You've heard of all the great things that spray foam and injection foam can do. We're talking lower energy bills, lower noise transmission into your house, and install it once and never think about it again. All of that sounds well and good, but sometimes homeowners realize that their expectations don't quite meet the reality of what foam insulation can do for their specific project. Now, those expectations are key to making sure that you get the biggest bang for your buck when it comes to your install. I'm going to go over with you some of the more common expectations that we run into with homeowners and what the reality of the situation actually is. Now, one expectation that we hear all the time is that foam insulation is going to completely soundproof your home. The reality is it does have sound dampening qualities, but there's a difference between soundproofing and sound dampening. Soundproofing means it's going to completely eliminate noise. Foam insulation does not do that. Now, sound dampening means it can slightly reduce the noise depending on your home and its construction and a lot of other things that I discuss in another Foam U episode. So materials like injection foam, much like RetroFoam, or open cell spray foam, both have those sound dampening qualities. It's a great quality to have, but I have to say it's not a reason to purchase it. Another expectation that homeowners have is that foam insulation is going to cost the same as fiberglass and cellulose, but the reality is foam insulation is a premium product. Not to toot my own horn, but because it creates an air seal, that makes it more expensive. Fiberglass and cellulose can't create that continuous air barrier, and over time, you're going to have to replace the fiberglass and cellulose, whereas foam insulation is a one-and-done installation. It ends up saving you more money in the long run because you don't ever have to have it replaced, and it can help reduce your energy bills because the air that you're paying to heat and cool stays right inside your home. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, I can do spray foam by myself. That's totally fine. It's an easy DIY project, and that's an expectation that a lot of homeowners have. The reality is if you don't have experience spraying foam insulation, it's going to be a huge mess. You're going to get it all over your hands. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If that happens, there's a video to explain to you how to get it off. Or you could end up just wasting a ton of product because you're not getting the coverage that you're looking for. That's the other issue, is that you need a certain amount of spray foam to create an air seal, and if you don't hit that, then it's kind of just a waste of money. When it comes to spray foam, if you've never done it before, the best thing to do is to leave it to the pros and don't just assume that it's an easy project you can do yourself. Now, because lots of people have heard about closed cell spray foam, they assume that all spray foams are built like that and that you can't run wiring through it and you can't repair plumbing. The reality is, in a home, in your walls, you're likely going to have something like an open cell spray foam or an injection foam. These products tend to be more pliable, it's easy to run wiring through them, and if you had to get to your plumbing to do any kind of repairs or replacement, you can easily cut the foam to access it. Now, closed cell spray foam, what most people are more familiar with, tends to be more dense and rigid and very hard to work with, and that's where this misconception comes from. You may have the expectation that spray foam has to meet the prescriptive R value to pass code. The reality is that spray foam insulation and injection foam insulation can both pass code based on their performance. They don't have to hit the prescriptive R value. R value is measuring thermal resistance. What it doesn't measure is the air seal that is created by foam insulation. Now, that air seal is how foam insulation is able to pass code based on its performance. It keeps all of your treated air inside the home. It's a common misconception, and a lot of homeowners expect to hear that foam is highly flammable. The reality is, though, that products like RetroFoam and some spray foam insulations are Class 1 fire rated. Now, the cool thing about RetroFoam, too, is that once those flames are removed, it self-extinguishes and it doesn't act as a catalyst if there were a fire in the home. Now, that fire rating means that it passes building code as far as it relates to fire safety. Now, it's always important to make sure that you talk to your insulation contractor to find out what the fire rating is of the foam insulation materials that they're offering. People often have the expectation that closed cell spray foam is going to stop and fix any active water leaks they have in their home. Here's the reality. Yeah, closed cell spray foam, it's water impermeable. Water can't move through it. I guess in a roundabout way, that does fix it. But what it doesn't fix is the fact that that water is going to find another way into the home. It can damage your foundation, it can cause wood rot, it can lead to a lot of issues because the closed cell foam is actually hiding that water leak. Now, with that being said, if you do want closed cell spray foam in your home, we always recommend that any leaks that you have in the home be fixed before spray foam is added. Adding foam insulation to your home is one of the most effective ways to make it more comfortable and energy efficient. The important thing is making sure that your expectations align with the reality of what the foam insulation can do. Now, the best way to do that is to be on the same page with your contractor, have open conversations, and hopefully this video helped you out a little. Now, if you're ready to add foam insulation to your home, check out our Find a Dealer page. There you're going to find RetroFoam dealers across the country who can help make your home more comfortable and energy efficient. I'm your building science brainiac reminding you to bring a little science to every project.